Today's lesson is equivalent ratios, lesson 6 of chapter 1. If you needed to find out if two rates are equivalent to each other, you need to get them in a unit rate mode. For example, if you have something that has 20 miles in 5 hours, and you're wondering if that is equivalent to 45 miles in 9 hours, you need to set up two separate unit rates. So we can start out by 20 over 5, 20 miles over 5 hours, and then 45 over 9, 45 miles over 9 hours. Now remember, a unit rate has to have a denominator of 1, so we're going to have to divide by 5 here, divide by 5 here, which would mean that we have 4 miles for every 1 hour, and that has to do with the first rate. The second one, we're going to have to divide by 9 in order to get 1. So this is 5 miles for every 1 hour. So now what we want to do is we want to look specifically at the reduced fractions and see if they are equivalent. In my mind, 4 miles in 1 hour is not the same as 5 miles in 1 hour. So these two rates are not equivalent. My next example, I'm going to see if I can compare two rates to see if they are equivalent. So I have 36 t-shirts in 3 boxes, and then I've got 60 t-shirts in 6 boxes. Remember, we can find this by getting the equivalent unit rate. So we're going to divide by 3 to get 1 here. So we can divide by 3 to get 1 here. And that's 12. So 12 t-shirts in 1 box here. Should probably. And then in this one I have to get to 1 here. So I got to divide by 6 here. And then I divide by 6 here. And I get 10 t-shirts in 1 box. So I have to make a equivalent fraction statement that 12 t-shirts in 1 box is not equivalent to 10 t-shirts in 1 box. The code for today is the New York Jets. Jets is the code. For this last example, you can turn your book open to page 61, letter D. Page 61, letter D. Club A raised $168 for washing 42 cars. So I'm going to start setting up my ratio. 42 cars. Is that equivalent to Club B, who raised $152 by washing 38 cars? We need to find out if they are equivalent. What we need to do is, remember, get them into unit rates. So our bottom numbers need to be 1. In this case, we're going to divide by 42. So we're going to take 168 and divide by 42. Now I don't know off the top of my head exactly how many that is. So I'm going to start over here and do some multiplying. 42 times 5. Oh, that's too much. Well, let's do 42 times 4. And 168. That's exactly. So $4 for every 1 car they washed. They got $4 for every 1 car that they washed. Okay, so now, give me a minute. I'm going to erase my work here. And I'm going to now start working on the Club B's rate, unit rate. What did they get per car? Well, 152 and 38. Well, let's do 38 times 5. 190. Whoop, too many. 38 times 4. And I get, oh, exactly 152. So they also got $4 per car. So the answer to the question would be yes. They are equivalent because their unit rate is $4 for 1 car. I challenge you to do page 62, guided practice number 1 before tomorrow. Come with questions about equivalent ratios.